right opportunities will come across your path. But if you don't set your mind, negative thoughts will set it for you. You cannot start the day off in neutral. If you're passive, lying in bed, the thoughts will come. You're never going to accomplish your dreams. Nothing good happens to you. You'll never get married. You're too old. You'll never get well. You'll never get out of debt. You may not realize it, but that's setting the tone for defeat, for failure, for a lousy day. Right at the start, get your mind going in the right direction. This is the reason why some people don't have the energy they should, the passion, the enthusiasm, the vision. Their mind is set in the negative. It's been that way so long, they don't know any better. It's normal to them. They go out expecting problems, bad breaks, to not be treated right, to barely get by. They live by Murphy's Law. It says, if anything can go wrong, it will, and at the worst possible time. Things will take longer than they look. Everything will be harder than it seems. Because they haven't set their mind, they go out expecting the negative. They wonder why they can't get ahead and why everything's a struggle. It's because their mind has been set by default for defeat, for failure, for bad breaks. You've got to change your outlook. You are a child of the Most High God. You were never created to live an average, get by, short end of the stick life. You were created to be the head and not the tail, to lend and not borrow, to reign in life as a king. That means you have royalty in your blood. Winning is in your DNA. Now get rid of a negative mentality and set your mind for victory. Set your mind for increase. Set your mind for good breaks. Start expecting your plans to work out. Expect people to be good to you. Expect to have a productive day. And if it doesn't happen, don't fall back into that old negative, defeated mentality. I knew this wouldn't work for me, Joel. It always takes me longer than everybody else. I can never find a parking spot. Nobody treats me right. No, you're not a victim. You are a victor. You wouldn't have that opposition if there wasn't something amazing in your future. Now keep a smile on your face. Keep a spring in your step. Stay positive. Stay hopeful. God is still on the throne. You may have had a lot of unfair, negative things happen in the past, but don't let that become a stronghold, a pattern to where you think that's all there will ever be. You live with a negative mindset. No, if God were to show you all He has planned for you, it would boggle your mind. If you could see the doors He's going to open, the people He's going to bring across your path, the opportunities that are going to show up, you'd be amazed, excited, passionate. It would be easy to set your mind for victory. This is what faith is all about. You have to believe it before you see it. Right now, God's favor is surrounding you like a shield. Every setback was a setup for a greater comeback. Every disappointment, every bad break, every person that did you wrong was a part of the plan to get you to where you're supposed to be. Now don't fall into that negative mentality, complacent, just taking whatever life comes your way. No, set your mind for victory, for success, for new levels. Enlarge your vision. Make room for God to do something new. You haven't touched the surface of what He has in store. I was talking to a reporter one time, and I could tell he didn't like the fact that my message is very positive and very hopeful. He asked what I would tell a person that had lost their job and didn't have any family, and they were about to lose their house and had nowhere to go and had a child that was sick and needed treatment, on and on. He painted the worst possible situation. I said I would tell them, number one, to get up and find something to be grateful for. And number two, go out expecting it to turn around. Expecting new doors to open. Expecting a breakthrough. Proverbs says, when darkness overtakes the righteous, light will come bursting in. When it's dark, when you don't see a way out, you're in prime position for favor to come bursting in. He said, oh, Joel, wouldn't that just be giving them false hope? Well, here's the alternative. I could tell them to be negative, get bitter, give up on your dreams, be depressed, start complaining, all that's going to do is make matters worse. You may be in a difficult time, but you have to dig your heels in and say, I refuse to live my life negative. I refuse to give up on my dreams. I refuse to go through life with no passion. I may not see a way, but I know God has a way. It may be dark, but I'm expecting the light to come bursting in. I'm setting my mind for victory. That's what allows the Creator of the universe to show up and do amazing things. And it's not just mind over matter. It's not just a positive attitude. It's your faith being released. When you believe, it gets God's attention. When you go out expecting things to turn around, expecting dreams to come to pass, expecting health, wholeness, favor, divine connections, then Almighty God goes to work. You may have had 1,000 bad breaks in the past, but don't use that as an excuse to be negative. One good break can make up for all those bad breaks. One touch of God's favor can catapult you further than you ever imagined. Maybe you feel like you're falling behind. You're not where you should be in life. Don't worry. God knows how to make up for lost time. He knows how to accelerate things. Now do your part and shake off a negative mentality. Shake off pessimism, self-pity, discouragement, and get your fire back. Life is flying by. You don't have time to waste another day being negative. You have a destiny to fulfill. You have